Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh and a very good morning to everyone. My name is Sabira binti Latif and I am the representative of the group. We present to you about our topic entitled Analyzing the Annual Report of Spritzer. So the first topic is information that was provided by this annual report of Spritzer. So this annual report provide the image of board of directors and important individuals to introduce them to shareholders, stakeholders, and the general public. And then in this annual report also contains information on the company fiscal year. And they also serve as a marketing tool for the firm in addition to providing financial information. So, the next one is about financial highlight. There are 6 items about financial that was highlighted in this annual report, which is the first one is about revenue. So, what is a revenue? Revenue is the total amount of income generated by the sales of goods or service related to the company's primary operation. Earning and revenue growth is important for investor or potential investor review the revenue of a company to know how much the company earns and whether it is boosting its sales. So, for example, in this annual report, the much reduced business activities during this movement control periods have adversely affected the sales of our bottled water. The Spritzer Group recorded a significant decrease in revenue of 18% to Rm 388.5 million in the fiscal year ended December 31, 2020. Why 2020? Because in this annual report, we talk about annual report in year 2020, which is the last year. Okay, so the second item that was highlighted in this annual report regarding to financial is about profit before and after tax. So, what is profit before tax? Profit before tax is a measure that looks at the company profit before the company has to pay corporate income tax. So, profit before tax may also be referred to as earning before tax or EBT or pre-tax profit. The measure shows all of the company's profit before tax. A run-through of the income statement shows the different kinds of expenses a company must pay leading up to the operating profit calculation. It provides investor and company owners with useful financial data regarding the business operating performance. The third item is dividend. Dividends per share, or also known as DPS, is an important financial ratio in understanding the financial health and long-term growth prospect of a company. DPS is an important metric to investors because the amount of firm pays out in dividends directly translates to income for the shareholders. So a consistent increase in DPS over time can also give investors confidence that the company's management believe that its earning growth can be sustained. So the next one is total equity. So equity represents the value that will be returned to a company shareholders if all of the assets was liquidated and all the company's debt were paid off. Investors typically seek out equity investment as it provides greater opportunity to share in the profits and growth of the firm. So equity is important because it represents the value of an investor's stake in a company, represented by the proportion of the company's share. Equity indicator of a company's financial health used in conjunction with other tools and metrics. The investor can accurately analyze the health of an organization. So, the next item is profit attributable to owners of the company. Net income attributable to shareholders is the net income minus the non-controlling interest, sometimes called monetary interest. Profit attributable to owners define the portion of consolidated profit or loss for the period net of income taxes which is attributable to the owner. A company that earns continual profit is seen as a potentially good investment option because the investor believes there is a good chance to earn an attractive return on his investment. So, attracting investors depend on your ability to show the monetary benefits of investing in your business. Last but not least is a share price. So, a share price or a stock price is the amount it will cost to buy one share in a company. The price of a share is not fixed, but fluctuates according to the market conditions. A company that is making good profits attracts more investors and this causes its share price to rise. Companies listed on the stock exchange and whose share are consequently untraded on the stock market have to declare their earnings every quarter and annually in what is called an earning report or quarterly report. So the next subtopic is about interest to stakeholders, which is interest to the employees, interest to the customers, and interest to the suppliers. Interest to employees. So why this annual report make the employees interest to this Spritzer Berhad? So the first one is about occupational health and safety. Spritzer is constantly innovating health and safety initiatives through the progressive improvement of their training and practices. All employees are required to attend regular safety and health training, such as basic briefing of forklift by TPFL, forklift operators and safety training, and fire prevention and firefighting, to increase employee awareness and take precautions to reduce incidents in the workplace. So, this can be evidenced during the reporting year. The last time injury frequency rate showed a decrease from 11.73% to 8.78%. In addition, the incident rate decreased from 28.27% to 20.93% compared to the previous year, which is in 2019. This represents a substantial increase of 31.51% from the base year in 2017 to reach the set target of below 25%. Fair employment practices. Spritzer Berhad emphasized equality policies that promote the representations of women and curb discriminations against potential workers based on ethnicity, physical disability, religious belief, and nationality, and so on. So Spritzer Berhad ensures that all employees are given equal opportunities and a non-discriminatory policy in terms of promotion, recruitment, and selection. So Spritzer Berhad is also fair in paying employees that regularly update its remuneration and other employment benefit packages systematically in line with the direct shift in the job market to meet salary expectation and others work-related benefits. The next one is about career development. Spritzer Berhad implements a vocational training scheme which is part of the daily technical and non-technical training of their employees. Spritzer conducts specialized training courses for various focus groups to improve their technical, analytical, and proficiency skills. These training programs are conducted periodically to strengthen the competencies of employees and develop their skills to enable them to reach their full potential in performing responsibilities. However, the condition and challenge of COVID-19 make it difficult for Spritzer to carry out the training program as usual due to the practice of physical social distance to prevent the spread of the virus. Therefore, Spritzer is only enabled to implement a training program of 5,744 hours throughout its operation in 2020 in Malaysia. This shows a decrease of 21% compared to 2019, which is 7,277 hours. The next one is why this annual report of Spritzer Berhad is so interesting to the customers. The first one is because the principles of sustainability into business goals. Along with acting in an environmentally responsible manner, also incorporate the social and economic impacts of their action to ensure their benefits and contribute to the greater good of society. They have created a sustaining value which will be of interest to the customers. So, the aims are to represent for the customers the journey towards value creation, demonstrating Spritzer's contribution to the local economy, relentless effort to improve the well-being of society, minimizing negative environmental impacts arising from our operations, and ultimately placing purpose ahead of the short-term profits. So, the second reason why this Spritzer Berhad annual report is so important or interesting to the customers because Spritzer Berhad provide good customer service or even service after sale. Spritzer customer satisfaction performance is assessed based on the following criteria, which is quality, delivery, service, and technical support. Spritzer also provides social media platform for customer gains information strategies in enhancing communication with their customers. This will help them to communicate with the public and keep their audience informed of the new products and ongoing promotions. Social media also enable customers to provide feedback on their product-related experiences and further improve their engagement with their customers and consumers. So for example, in 2020, the total number of followers across the Spritzer's social media platform reached over 475,000, and the total number of subscribers for their e-commerce subscription platform reached over 9,000. There is an increase of 58.54% for the total number of inquiries received by their customer service team regarding shipments, purchasing, account login, and an 80% increase in e-commerce sales compared with the prior year. So, for the stakeholders, namely suppliers, their interest in part of company financial information, because company financial information important for suppliers to assess credit eligibility, risk, and ensure the company has a healthy financial condition as well as history of on-time debt repayment before they open credit to the company. So, suppliers can measure the financial profile of customer through solvency indicators in the statement of profit and loss, cash flow statement, as well as liquidity information in financial position. Total asset in this company, which is Spritzer Berhad, increased to 516.5 million in 2020 compared to 498.9 million in 2019. Their total liabilities decreased by 11.1 million or 30% from 83.6 million in 2019 to 72.5 million in 2020. As a result, the current ratio and quick ratios being high at 3.5 times and 2.9 times respectively. So, this ratio reflect the group's ability to meet its short-term financials and debt obligation remains strong. This can convince suppliers to open a credit with Spritzer Berhad because the level of ability to pay short-term debt is high. The next reason is supply chain management. So, supply chain management important for suppliers as it can be used as a guideline to increase a better understanding of the level of service desired by the company. This is because suppliers also need to maintain a relationship with the company as it can influence suppliers' performance and position. Spritzer explained that the supply chain management function is responsible for ensuring compliance with internal and external policies. So this includes the administration of internal guidelines on sustainable procurement practices and compliance with relevant recruitments. So Spritzer was involved with a total of 670 suppliers, which is 92% of whom were local. This can indirectly open up opportunities to local suppliers to continue progress and expand the cooperation with the company. The next topic is about auditor's report. So, the auditor's report is represented to the shareholders and the board of directors. So, for example, Spritzer had held a meeting on November 25, 2020. The external auditors reviewed the audit plan for the fiscal year ended December 31, 2020, outlining the audit committee's responsibilities and the group maturity level. So, in the meeting also, they was pointing out a few items, which is significant risk and audit focus area, part responsibilities and representations, internal control plan, participation of internal auditors, participation of internal specialists, participation of audit data analytics, audit timing, engagement, quality control, independence policies, procedures, and financial reporting. Other technical updates and areas of audit focus on COVID-19, and the last one is the economic environment. So the last but not least about the Spritzer annual report is we will talk about the auditor's report references. So based on the what I just said just now about the auditor reports, there are pages that are regulated by the company law, accounting standards, and stock enhancing rules, while the other pages are not regulated by it. In the auditor's report, they refer to the statements of financial position of the group and the company as of December 31st, 2020, and the statements of profit or loss, statement of profit or loss, and other comprehensive income, statements of change in equity, and statement of cash flows of the group and of the company for the year then ended, and notes to the financial statement including a summary, significant accounting policies. In this page, the auditor states Spritzer's accompanying financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of the group and of the company as of 31st December 2020. The remaining pages are not related where it shows Spritzer management, activities, goals, and strategies throughout the year. A key vision in Spritzer's aspiration is the achievement of position long-term value creation for the stakeholders through the integration of economic, environmental, and society (EES) aspect. Spritzer committed to embedding sustainability with a holistic approach to business strategies and management. Spritzer also makes sure continuous engagement with the stakeholders into the business operation. Spritzer has through diligent management of your various resources or output, to transform their operation into output that bring value to their business and various stakeholders group.